okay, I created a new website. It's on Wix. It's combined with Universe Comes First on my Google account. It's through that, and what it says my username to be is Universe Comes First. So you'll find it under the blog section, and I have my phone number on there. I have where I live, and the thing is that I'm broadcasting this out there, and I'm going to be putting it out there in whatever, even if I'll figure out a way to get viewers, you know what I mean, eventually. But the ultimate thing is that while I'm here, and no matter what happens, I could be helping people. I could be literally taking people that are willing, that say are bored with their life, don't have much to do or whatever, to take them out here to fully integrate, and as a group, just say, or whatever, it'd be more fun and willing, and it'd be something new for them to go into. It's like each day after day, we have so much to do. It's kind of hard to say have the patience to integrate like this. But in the faction of these things, it used to shock me a long time ago when I was integrating, or say, felt the essence of it more. Now, all these things that we tap into and all that, before, on the lesser degrees, it felt like it was this shocking thing to go through. And that's why I would like to teach people that it's not so terrible to get into the swing of things, into the nature of its cycle, because we were so off put from it from a young age that we had to go to the dentist, the doctor, to go into the restaurant to get food, all this time away from here. It's kind of, you know what I mean? That's why we're not on that wavelength of its function. Like, sometimes when I was, say, younger, I went out to nature, but too much of it was too much, and I felt like going back. But I ever wondered why? It's because of the energy and the purity here. If you become more pure with it, and with the sun too, the sun might, say, dehydrate you, just say. But the day that I was going, I didn't feel like I craved any water. I was hydrated before, but the thing is that to move with it in different ways, it becomes you become in with it rather than against, or not against it, but like a dis-ease with it. It becomes way more flowing and natural, and your energies levels will go up as soon as you make that connection at greater degrees throughout the process. So when other people come up to me and want to go through this, I would, let them go through with what this is, by guiding them and saying what I know upon situations. They can, find me on YouTube, because it's on the same thing with it. So that will be perfect. I'll put short videos upon, if it starts picking up to where people would be coming in and stuff like that, I'll do that. And that's going to be the website for it, because, it's good. And when it comes to payment and all that, I say it's free, only if you actually get something out of it and do something. You tell me what I deserve from it, basically, and we'll work something out. It's not like you know what I mean? Because ultimately, if there's a majority of people that come and, say, integrate real good with it and start having their own abilities in their own way, because each person's different with their stronghold of who they are, what they are from the universe. So it'll be interesting to see the new insights from everybody else and everything, to realize certain functions in itself on that degree of what, the energy function of humanity. With nature, it has that corresponding energy, but the thing is that to be connected with that, but with a trait of this is kind of hard to explain here. Like, mankind's energy signature, like all these trees that I'm integrating with, all the trees in its function has different degrees of itself. Each species or race of tree. Now, us as being a whole species, right? Different characteristic energy type that we is of the universe. But each individual facet, like I said, is different between its energy field. Like, it's unique. So each soul is. But what it goes into, it is the function and that degree of which it's connected with in its function of its incarnation. So when like all this happens, when more and more people start just doing it on their own, just say, or whatever, but I would like to train people, and you know, with me being able to show them things and stuff, it'll help them integrate to what it is more. Because if they were all on their own, it takes such a long process, say, for people to understand what I'm understanding. This way I could guide them and say, yes, you're going through things that I went through or something, and you're close to the stage. So if they're having trouble, saying, getting shocked from this experience, or it's a mind expanding experience, you know, each time that you go through this or take on this, especially with your willingness, I could guide them through and say it's okay, you know, and especially if you have overwhelming feelings or things take on, or like the anxiety, there's ways to calm that back down that I could tell people. And it's by clearing it again and not letting, but the thoughts that might come in and stuff like this might be strong archetypal energies, which it's not bad or good. I'm just saying all these functions on itself, once you can handle it, you become so much more on top. And if everybody was like that, you know, whatever they do in life, that, you know, they'll spread that knowledge of which they obtain. So whenever you go through the integration process of stuff, you're going to know that from a deep fundamental experience. So like when they write books about things, of the Buddhists and the monks and all the people throughout history in their religion stuff, that was this information that they was uncovered, that they implemented. So that's why I want to get this function here on this existence now, because before we get too far into the technology and all this, we got to be with that as well, and then nothing can really hindrance upon our connection and our psychic power between these, everything that's living on Earth. That's why we were meant to connect with it, because that's in a power of what we can do. We got to adapt to the function of life. If we're not on every function of what it can integrate with, as all nature and everything that's in here